Yo, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing?
Hello there.
What's up, Maddie? What's up, Born? I'm doing all right. How you doing? Let me just turn that music down. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How's everyone? How's Tuesday treating you guys? What's up, Allie? You guys all having a good evening? $25-day watch streak. Dang, look at you, man. You're a freaking I can't think of a word. You are the Watcher Supreme. All right, so we're gonna play some Zelda tonight. All right, you do that, Rogue. You have a good one. Let me make Foxy a little bit bigger, yeah? He's so tiny, just sitting there in the corner. All right, let's freaking jump into it. Enough delaying. Oh, controller turned off. There we go. You had enough of waiting for me. I was slightly on time today. Ain't that something? Usually it's like close to 7:30 when I'm actually able to get on. I deserve praise. Just kidding. All right, so obligatory. Uh-oh. Forgot about TikTok again. Sorry. Obligatory sound check. Does everything sound all right? I completely freaking forgot about TikTok. Give me a sec, guys. Sorry. My reward is another day to live. Oh, that's it. I don't get like a cookie or something. Or at least, you know, head pats. You know, come on, give me something here. Where's Breath of the Wild? There's... You tricked me. There we go. Now we can go live. Okay. I don't know why it looks so weird on TikTok, by the way.
Grace is ready.
What was that for? What are you womping me for, huh? Crop it a bit. There we go. Now it looks much better. Now TikTok will be able to see the game properly. There we go. All right. Let's do this. Yo, what's up, everybody over on TikTok? How's you guys doing? Okay, so what were we doing last time? We're in the cold area. Were we heading towards the Rito place? Or the bird? Let's see if I can find the, let's see, adventure log. All right, what was I doing? Divine Beast Va Meadow. Canelli, blah, blah, blah. Find a soldier named Tiba. Tiba's wife Saki may know where he is. Ask around Rito Village to gather more info. I forgot about TikTok, so I got the womp womp. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, TikTok. I forgot about you guys. I didn't do it on purpose, though, so don't, you know, don't get mad at me. I'm just a very forgetful boy. You forgot to finish the word. Well, wait, what word? What was it? Yeah, what's up, Darion? No, I know it was for a hangman, but what word was it? I'm doing all right. How you doing? All right, we got to go find this dude's bird wife. I think she's the pink bird. Is she this one? Are you Saki?
Hi.
No, you're Lysa.
Oh?
Yeah, lady, I don't care. I'm looking for somebody's wife. Leave me alone. Are you the wife?
Ah.
No, you're Bedoli.
Ah.
I know, Maddie. Don't worry about it. You're right though.
Ah.
There, Saki. Forgive my intrusion, but I overheard you speaking with the elder. It sounds like you intend to help my husband, Tiba, in the fight against Meadow. But to tell the truth, there is not much I can do for you right now beyond telling you where my husband went. Well, my husband headed to a place called the Flight Range.
Oh?
It's in Dronox Pass at the base of the Hebra Mountains. It's a place where Rito warriors prepare for aerial combat.
Mm.
I imagine he's gone there to gather weapons for another run at Meadow. As it happens, he made his way to the flight range on foot this time. Struggling a little bit on energy. Push a car out of ice. Holy cow. Man, you're strong. If you take off from Rivali's Landing, it's straight shot down to the flight range. Rivali's Landing is a memorial for the Rito champion Rivali, so named in the hope that none might forget the events of that horrible day. Oh, she triggered a memory. You're with your mom and dad doing it. Ah, you're all strong then. Y'all got big muscles. I refuse to believe that those two little propellers are all that's like all of those little propellers. I refuse to believe that those are what are keeping Vomito in the air.
Impressive, I know. Very few can achieve a mastery of the sky. Yet I
The
have made
word
an
was
art of
honest,
creating
kids?
updraft
What's that?
allows me to soar. It's considered to be quite
I don't
the
think I ever would have
masterpiece of
guessed
aerial
that.
techniques, even among the Rito. With proper utilization of my superior skills, I see no reason why we couldn't easily dispense with Ganon. Now then, my ability to explore the firmament is certainly of note. But let's not, pardon me for being so blunt, let's not forget the fact that I am the most skilled archer of all the Rito. Yet despite these truths, it seems that I've been tapped to merely assist you. All because you happen to have that
It's a
little
small juice
darkness-sealing
box.
sword
Oh.
on your back. I mean, it's just asinine.
Would have guessed that.
Unless you think you can prove me wrong? Maybe we should just settle this one-on-one. But where? Oh, I know. How about up there?
Bro, I ain't got
You
wings.
must pardon me. I forgot you have no way of making it up to that divine beast on your own.
Boy, isn't Rivali such a nice guy?
Good luck sealing the darkness.
Hey, what's up, John? How you doing? What's going on, homie? You were trying to get Wind Waker earlier? How are you gonna play Wind Waker? Descendant! Descendant, are you alright? My apologies. I fear I have said far too much. If there is anything you do not understand, please do not hesitate to ask. Nope. You gave me all I need to know, lady. Now I gotta go find your bum husband. TikTok kinda working? Man, I don't know. I don't know if you can call it kinda. I mean, it's like barely working. Doing master mode run of this. Hey, good luck. Also, hi Izzy, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Ah, Shmemulator, huh? Make sure you there's one that makes the game look a little wide, and that's the one I played it on. And I kind of regret it. So I need to look for another one that doesn't make him look so wide. Tired? Yeah. You and me both, man. You been stuck at work all day? Yeah, they said it was a straight shot, but I have this. I think it's nearby. So what's different about master mode? Damn. 14 hours? You okay, man? Enemies heal. Holy cow. That kind of stuff would frustrate me. Usually use dolphin. That's the one I was using. But it made it look so like stretched out. Wait, do I have to go over here? Oh wait, no, never mind. I forgot I already had this place unlocked. Get better loot. Oh, I see, I see. Bad headache because caffeine withdrawal. You know something funny? I wanted to test like if I had any sort of caffeine addiction because you know I drink caffeine more than I drink water. And I was like, you know what? I want to see if I'm addicted to this stuff at all. So for a whole month, I didn't drink any caffeine and I didn't go through any sort of withdrawal. So it's either I need to test it for longer or I lucked out. 80 degrees during the day. Oh, you're down in San Diego? Are all the enemies silver on master mode? Tiba.
I don't know you. And I'm actually pretty busy here. You should probably go.
You should probably go. Yeah. Definitely lucked out. Did you need something? I'm busy here. I can help you. Help me? With what exactly? Vomito? Let me get this straight. Some random Helian wants to help me bring down Divine Beast Vomito. I'm not buying it. What's your name, stranger? Link, huh? Well, Link, I'm Tiba. But you already knew that. I'm guessing the Elder asked you to come here and talk some sense into me, am I right? Just like the Elder to trust any fool wandering into town. Look, you seem like an alright guy, but let's make one thing clear. I'm not going anywhere. As a Rito warrior, I can't rest until my people are safe. There's only one way I'm going back to Rito village, and that is in a body bag. Dun dun dun. Bye, John. Thanks for sticking around, man. Have a good day at work. Haven't seen a gold enemy yet. Yo, there's gold? I thought silver was as high as they go. Once Divine Beast Va Meadow falls from the sky, if I have to kill Meadow, so be it. Only then will I return to the village. You serious? Well, far be it from me to talk you off the ledge. But, as the elder said, the only way to stop Divine Beast Va Meadow is to get inside it. Fat chance of that happening, there's no way we can set foot in Meadow. So not only are you wingless, you're brainless too. Let me fill you in. The only people able to enter the Divine Beasts are the 5 champions of old. And unfortunately for us and the rest of Hyrule, they all died 100 years ago. If it hadn't been for Ganon... Never mind. Let's focus on bringing down Meadow, one step at a time. If we approach Meadow recklessly, its cannons will blast us out of the sky before we even get close. So I'm gonna need to test you before I take you with me. We Rito warriors use the updraft in this ravine to hone our aerial archery skills. The updrafts are so strong here that a person could just open up a cloth over their head and float up easily. Now let's see what you're capable of. You'll have to maneuver through the air and destroy 5 of the targets set up in this valley in 3 minutes. Alright, let's do it. Destroy 5 targets. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Hey Naomi, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Gold is only in master mode. Okay, that makes sense. I can't aim.
Keep it up. That's it.
Link! Oh my god. He was more concerned about his broken bow than he was, freaking preserving his own life.
One more. Perfect.
Alright. That was kind of a bad test. You're a skilled archer. If it was as if time stopped with every arrow you let fly. I've got to tell you, Link, when you first showed up, I thought someone was pulling a prank on me. But after seeing you handle that bow, I can tell you're the real deal. You must have seen a battle or two. Hundreds. I believe it. Link, I feel I've heard the name somewhere before. Well, if you really do want to help me bring down Meadow, it's now or never. I'll get you into position so you can give its cannons all you've got. Inside that treasure chest is a bow I've modified. Take it, let me know when you're ready. Bella. What's up, Bella? I hope you're not talking about the bird. Hey, Kate. Sleepy was in the stream yesterday. You just missed him. Alright, let's go, buddy boy. Well, actually, hold on. You got any arrows? Nope, no more arrows. Okay, it's time to face Divine Beast Va Meadow. Normal arrows won't put a dent in those cannons. You'll need to hit them with bomb arrows. These are a precious commodity, so don't expect me to do this again, but take these bomb arrows. Yeah. Nope, not joking. He was here yesterday. What's up, Farah? How you doing? I got warm clothes, buddy. Alright, but let me ask you something. Why are you doing this? Why risk your life to bring down Meadow? To save Rito Village. Rito Village? It's not like you'll get the keys to the village, you know. Well, that's nice, but no changing your mind once you get up there and see Meadow up close. That's fair enough. He says keys to the village, but none of them have doors. Question, what does the wild breath like? The wild breathe like? Like this. You hear the wind right now? That's what its breathing sounds like. The wild has sleep apnea. Also, what's up, Caffeine? How you doing? Oh, sorry to hear that, Kate. The game has 2 less popular types of furries. It's kind of true, ain't it? Man, even I feel like I'm gonna freeze up here. Not me. I've got heaters in my clothes. There's Divine Beast Vomido. It has its barrier up again. What a pain. What's wrong, Link? Too scared to talk? Let's go over the plan. You see those cannons? I'll draw their fire. While I'm doing that, use your bomb arrows to destroy the cannons. Got it so far? If you need to withdraw for a bit, just spread your cloth and float straight up in the updraft for a while. I'll take that as a sign that we need to regroup. Don't bother aiming for anything covered by Meadow's barrier. It's impenetrable. And whatever you do, don't get close enough to touch it. And finally, I know I've said this a few times already, but don't forget your cold protection. We can move whenever you're ready. Let's go. Let's do it. Tell him that you said hi? Okay, Kate, you got it. I will tell him you said hi. I need to... There we go. There we go. This poor bird's gonna get fried by the time I figure this out.
That's it.
This kind of reminds me of the fight with Colgera. I can't wait to play Tears of the Kingdom. That'll be next after we play this. Yo, what's up, Sandwich Lord? How you doing?
That's the way.
Hot glue hand warmers. Sounds kind of dangerous. No, I can't aim. I mean, I can't aim down.
One more. Out of the way.
I think this boss is a little bit easier, if I remember correctly. Definitely easier than frickin' Thunderblight.
It's targeting us.
Us, dude, it's targeting me. What are you talking about? There we go. Yeah, bird boss is the easiest for sure. Only problem is I'm terrible at the dodge mechanic, so this will take me a good couple of tries.
Well done, Link. That thing is history.
Go for the garlic, Link. It looks like a giant bulb of garlic. Oh, I'm having a bird heart attack. Oh, he actually did get blasted.
It looks like I got hit pretty good back there. I think I need to get back to the flight range. I just hope that I can make it back. You head down to Meadow.
You'll be fine.
It's all you.
Hey, what's up, RC Cloud? How you doing? The YouTube stream is delayed compared to TikTok? Really? I think the YouTube live has been a little weird lately, so that makes a little bit of sense. Twitch at the very least has been cooperative.
Well now, I've seen that face before. I had a feeling you would show up eventually, but making me wait 100 years is a bit indulgent. You're here to wrest control of Meadow away from Ganon, correct?
Correct.
If so, then the first thing you'll want to do is
Oh, you're the
find
one
its
doing
source.
master mode? Well, welcome to the stream. Appreciate ya.
That guidance stone has the information for the layout of this divine beast. Can you make it there?
I don't know. Can I make it there? Jeez, so arrogant. I mean, I understand why he is the way he is. But, like, can the dude ease up on me a bit? I'm just a boy. Okay. Let's see. We have to use thinking here, which is not my strong suit. You don't think I can make it there? What do you mean? Are you saying you don't believe in me? Or are you talking about the dude who got blasted out of the sky? Yeah, I don't think these need to move right now, right? I think they'll move once I get control of Vomito. You're gonna make me dodge the wrong way, homie. Ravioli deserved it. Yeah. Yeah, eat shit, Ravioli. Ganon was all like, "You're gonna Chef Boyard don't live anymore." Okay. If I remember correctly, this one is... It moves just like the lizard.
You'll need to look closely at your map of the divine beast. The terminals that will activate Meadow are marked by those glowing points. You'll need to activate all of the terminals to take back control.
Yep.
Think you're up to it?
I know how this works, buddy. I've done this twice already. You play Breath of the Wild, that's cool. Wow, you play it a lot then, huh? Do you do any speedruns of Breath of the Wild? No? No. There's this one streamer that I rated a bit a couple of times now. He's a really good Breath of the Wild speedrunner. If he's streaming tonight, I'll probably rate him so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, me too. I'm far too slow for that kind of stuff. Like the kind of tricks that they do, like that one where like they can like blow themselves up and fling themselves across the map, or the other one where they can like walk on air while holding a bomb. That stuff is just so crazy, man. What I want to know is how anybody like figures this stuff out. Okay, then I'm guessing we gotta lean all the way back. Now lean back. Now lean back.
Welcome back from the ad
Oh.
break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Wind bombing is hard. Yeah, I've heard that wind bombing can actually kill you in one shot. If you mess it up. So that sounds kind of crazy, to be honest. Definitely something that I would be really nervous to be trying. Yeah, that thing's got to slam into it. Okay. Man, whoever came up with this puzzle is diabolical. They're like, I'm going to build this giant flying bird, right? And it's going to let us blast things high up in the sky. We're going to be able to do aerial bombing. But in order to take control of it, you got to do a puzzle in which you flip the bird around constantly, and you got to make this hammer thing slam into it. They're like, dude, what the fuck are you smoking? Okay, I think we're gonna have to do a double whammy here. So we're gonna have to stasis this, and then we're gonna have to magnesis this. That way it doesn't move. Gonna have to give up on TikTok. That's fine. You are welcome on any of my streams.
There are 4 terminals remaining. Still a ways to go.
You know what would have probably made Rivali even more like super arrogant sounding is if they had Yuri Lowenthal voice him, the voice of Sasuke, if you don't know who that is, because he does arrogance really well. You feel so welcome. Well, good. I'm glad. All right, you're gonna have to come on over here, buddy, because I think you opened this door, if I'm not mistaken. No? Okay. What about if I turn them both off? Nope. Well, I think I'll come back to this one. Although there is a switch back there, so this isn't one that I can ignore. I have to figure this one out. Hey, what's up? I am playing Legend of Zelda. This is Breath of the Wild. What do you guys think opens up this gate? Because I kind of feel like a dingus right now. Let's see, maybe it's if that's off the switch. Nope. Okay, I'll have to figure this out later. Let's go do other parts of the dungeon. How you doing, Zero? Yo, Beaver, how you doing, homie? You got your days mixed up? Ah, it's all good. No sweat. We can play Valheim tomorrow if you want. I can't stream Thursday because I got some work stuff that I got to take care of. But yeah, we can play Valheim tomorrow if you want. Wait, does it have to do with the Switch? I know, I don't care about spoilers. I've already beaten this game. Okay, so that hits. Maybe I need to stop this one? Nope, I didn't do it. Does it have to do with this thing? Like, does it break through this? Hmm. Hey, Merlin, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, those major tests of strength are... They're a killer, man. They've been whooping my butt every time I get them. Okay, does the window need to be open? Wait, hold on. Is there something outside of the window? What if I tilt like this? There's something outside of the window. Not that I can see. Yep. I'm gonna come back to this one. This one's gonna take a little bit more thinking power. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. How's the homework going? Both windmills have to be in the airflow. Okay, I did that. Okay, this is the entrance. You've been trying to do it for 3 hours. What subject is it? I can do my best to try to motivate you, but I'm kind of bad at motivating myself to do things too, so not sure how much I can help. Science. Science is fun though. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Bully you? Not a very good bully. Do your homework or I'll kick your butt. I'll take all your lunch money. Or something like that. Yeah, I'll take all your money. Bold of you to assume you have money. Well then I'll just kick your butt. How about that? And then when people ask why, I'll say because they're not doing their homework. Then they're gonna be like, "Why are you their teacher?" And I'm gonna be like, "Nah,
Keep going.
just some VTuber off the internet." Beaver, did you lose an entire day? Belt. Yeah, you don't want to get your butt kicked by a fox. We're scrappy. We know how to fight. Foxes got to fight raccoons for access to the trash, you know. Hey, wait a minute. This looks familiar. Don't worry, Reaver. I do that all the time. Really, Link? Especially when I'm on vacation. RC. No, I already did that part of the puzzle. That's the thing. I already did that part of the puzzle. I gotta get the other door open. Do I gotta bomb that one too? What's the point of that window? Oh, there's a door over there. Okay. Giant metal ball. It's okay, RC. Don't worry about it. I'm barely paying attention too. Hey, what's up, Shark? How you doing? Alright, am I able to magnesis this through the thing? I am. Okay. Alright, beryllium sphere, get over here. I'm doing good too. You having a good Tuesday evening? There's too much. Well, if you do it now, then you'll get it all done and you'll feel better for the rest of the night. Do you drop rocks on the Korok's head too, RC? I do that
Dicey
all the
Vim
time.
wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Hey Dicey, how's it going? There you go. Thank you for the hydrate.
Terminals remaining. You're almost there.
So far, so good. Awesome. I am glad to hear it. It's always a good omen when the beginning of your week is it like starts off well. You ever have like a really, really shit Monday and you're just like, well, I see how the rest of this week's gonna go. You got some ice cream? What flavor? You can do it, Merlin. I believe in you. See, now I'm going from bully to motivational, so I told you I'm not a very good bully. French vanilla extra creamy. Ooh. Heck yeah. What's the occasion? Was it just because? Alright, so here's the puzzle that we gotta figure out. Nothing seems to open it. Maybe I'll put all the switches back. Maybe that'll do it. Just because. That's valid. I unfortunately gotta cut back on the sugar, so I don't get to have too much ice cream anymore. Oh well. C'est la vie and all that jazz. You're playing Cookie Clicker. You know, I had as a test back in college because I did some volunteer work for our computer center, and one of the things I had running was Cookie Clicker, and I think I had it for like a month straight without anybody noticing, to the point where even I forgot about it until one day we went to re-image it. It's like, okay, it's time to re-image this computer. Wait, hold on. Why is there a game running in the background? Funniest damn thing. Like, what? And then people are like genuinely asking me what the game is about. I'm like, you just click on a cookie. Like, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, is there like maybe a hole on top of the room up there? Let's see. Is there a hole up there? Like maybe I can drop down inside? Is there a hole underneath? Oh, there appears to be a walkway. Okay, so my goal is down. The goal is down. We're gonna reset the position. Trying to see if I can, hold on. Maybe, no, maybe it needs to be back down. That way I can fly, because I don't see any ledges. Aha! Ahaha! I did it. I figured it out. Oh. Come on, come on. Only gonna get like one shot at this. No! Damn it. Well, at least I get my arrow back. This is gonna be interesting. You did it, Merlin. See, I told you you could do it. Curses. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start moving. And then right when this thing starts moving, I'm gonna switch it back. Maybe I can get this thing in the middle. Got it. Now we can do it. Or I could bullet time? No. No, you underestimate my powers. Or overestimate my powers. Oi. Oi, oi. Thought it was gonna kick me out of that thing.
just one terminal remaining. What do you know?
Don't sound so surprised. Sheesh. What a jerk. He's like, my gosh, Link, I thought you were completely stupid. Honestly, everybody told me you tripped and fell down, and that's why you were in the chamber. Because you're so stupid. Hey, Allie, how's it going? Okay, where's the eyeball for this? Hmm. I bet the eyeball's in here somewhere. I am doing okay as well. You know what? Maybe the eyeball's outside. Oh, hey, Beaver. There's a, what do you call it? A quote system now. You can add quotes. So if I say a slackerism, you can add it as a quote. I think it's only something I gave to moderators. I don't know. I'll have to check and see. But eyeball should always be inside. Well, you see, you ever seen those people that can like push their eyeballs out of their head? What the hell's wrong with that? That stuff always creeps me out. I'm a good bully. I don't think that's something you want to praise me for.
Lucia12389115 wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Wow, has it been 30 minutes already? But okay. And yeah, Maddie is very cocky. There you go. Thank you. Yes, you are a mod. That's why I was saying. I think if you do ! commands, it should show what how to do the command. Okay, Merlin. Okay, so we got to get inside. Oh boy, is it inside the wing? Yeah, we're gonna have to explore this bird a little bit. Don't worry, Merlin, it's okay. Hey, it looks like it worked. And then do ! quote. And it should tell you, and it should give you that quote that you just made. Okay, I'm gonna try getting down there. What the hell? Why is that not working? Oh, you forgot add. Okay. Yeah, do it right, Beaver. Jeez. Well, now you have 2 quotes. Wait, Stream Elements is doing it? Oh, it's doing it. Okay, okay, never mind. I get it. No, this doesn't seem right. Why is it doing that? Because what's supposed to happen is when you say quote, it's supposed to give you a random quote. And then if you do quote and the ID number, then it'll give you that exact quote. So that's not working. I'm gonna have to figure out why. 'Cause that's a built-in command too.
Now you just need to start the main control unit.
To the
I
garlic
want you to
bulb.
Take a good look at your map. There should be a new glowing point on there. Well?
Well, we're waiting. Hey, it worked. You just got the Helion shield? Nice. I still need to get the Master Sword, and then after that I'll go sneak into Hyrule Castle. Oh, this almost knocked me off. I'll go sneak into Hyrule Castle and try to get the shield also. Oh, that's all good, Allie. No worries. Oh, okay, never mind. The bird doesn't like to be crooked. The first quote is blink because you messed it up. Oh, okay. I'll just delete it then. Oh, actually, I think you can delete it as a mod. I think it's exclamation mark quote delete and then the ID number. So you would just do exclamation mark quote delete number 1. I think that's how it works. Yeah, it's random unless you put the ID of the quote. Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. Then later on, what I'll do is once there's a bunch of quotes, I'll put it in a into a command, and then people can do like look up which quote they want to do. I'll put it into like a list.
I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but you must avenge me, Link.
Avenge me, Link.
His aim is dead on. Watch yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna fuck up. I have no arrows. Oh. I'll switch bows. Hold on. Whoa, hey, ain't I supposed to be able to hit that? I thought I could hit his gun for more damage. You're about to see just how terrible at this game I am.
You okay?
Peachy. Yo, what the hell? I got only ice arrows left. Okay. Oh, time to kick his ass. Hold on. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? Thank you for the good luck. I appreciate it. I'm gonna need it now.
Watch your blind spot.
Blind spots? I don't have any blind spots. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. I see. I'm out of stamina. Don't yell at me. I was trying to see if I could deflect it. The answer is no, because I'm terrible at that. At least I still have my Mipha's Grace. So I got that going for me, which is nice. Oh, no arrows.
You're
That's
so awesome.
beautiful.
You're so cute. You make my heart go woot woot.
Woot woot. Ouch. Ouch. How dare you?
You can use the columns to shield yourself.
No shit, really? This guy. Think I was born yesterday?
Hello there.
Hello. Oh, hello, Rogue. Well, now I can finally see redeems, which is nice. Where are you? Oh, you're over there. I'm probably gonna have to melee strike him in midair. Okay, this is gonna get real difficult. Well, not difficult. This is gonna get tedious. Really tedious. Is what I meant to say. Let me get behind the freaking column.
Avoiding attacks might be wise.
Hey Rivali, you mind shutting the hell up? You stupid fucking chicken. Thanks, buddy. Your sarcasm doesn't help here. This stupid fucking Costco chicken thinks he can talk to me like that? I don't think so.
Not bad. Keep your head in the game.
Now die. Easy. First try. I didn't even break a sweat. It's an insult to chickens. Then maybe they shouldn't be so tasty. I dropped my controller. It's like, Rivali, you're talking an awful lot of shit as somebody as somebody who couldn't even do this fight. All right, so I think now I can go get the Master Sword. If I go turn in my other spirit orbs. Am I a chicken chaser? I will be when the new Fable comes out. Chicken chaser. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I think. Oh, no. I meant yes. I meant yes. Why is no the default answer? Where's Foxy? Oh, good question. Where is Foxy? Oh, PNG tuber crashed.
Well, I'll be plucked. You defeated him, eh?
Well, oil be fucked.
Who would have thought?
There you go. He's back. There he is. It's Ravioli.
Well done.
Ravioli, ravioli.
I
Stop
suppose I
being a
should thank you now
bitchioli.
that my spirit is free. This returns Meadow back to its rightful owner. Don't preen yourself just for doing your job. I do suppose you've proven your value as a warrior. A warrior worthy of my unique ability. The sacred skill that I have dubbed Rivali's Gale.
Yay, I
It
can
seems like
fly
you have
now.
a lot going on. Let's break it down a bit. 1. Animal name with A
It's
as
now time
second
to
letter.
move on and
A
start
potential
making
animal
Hi, Tia.
name could be
Meadow strike on
panda.
Ganon.
2.
But
Eating
only if you
snow.
think you'll still need my
Generally,
help when
eating
you're
small
fighting
amounts of
inside
You
clean,
named your
fresh
horse
snow is
Shithead?
fine.
That's a
But
wonderful
it's
name.
important to be cautious as snow can contain pollutants or bacteria.
Spinach
Eating
ravioli?
large quantities can also lower your
You're
body
telling me he's a
temperature,
vegetarian
so moderation
ravioli?
is key.
Finished, you know.
3. Slacker not being a sly fox. Maybe Slacker is more of a laid-back type, not needing to be sly to get by.
The princess.
Everyone has their own style. If there's anything specific you'd like to know more about or discuss, feel free to ask.
Being so chat GPT, Foxy, you disappoint me. What happened to your edge, to your spiciness? Ever since you got that job in the city, you became such what's the word? Like when people become so full of themselves. Dude, controller, stop falling. Fuck. He's talkative today. Well, one day he'll be very talkative. And he'll be able to have full-on conversations with me and the chat. Pokemon wouldn't let you name a shiny Meowst. Yeah, Nintendo hates fun.
Meadow's sights are now set. You'll have a precise speed on Ganon from this vantage.
I'm sorry to hear that, Tia.
When the time is right, give him everything you've got.
Don't get him started on pizza. Well,
Now we wait for that perfect moment.
he doesn't talk about it so much anymore.
Meadow, we've been artfully patient for the last 100 years. I doubt you'll suffer a feather over a few more moments.
Hey Foxy, based on the way people talk to you in chat, what do you think their favorite flavor of pizza is?
Even without the power of flight,
Uh-oh, why is
Link made his
Windows
way to this divine beast
yelling at me?
and accomplished something that even I could not. Guess I was
It
wrong.
sounds like the chat is quite lively and full of colorful
I
personalities.
hope that luck holds
Given
out,
the
Link.
playful banter and varied topics, I'd say the favorite flavor is probably spicy chaos. Everyone seems to like keeping things unpredictable and entertaining.
That's not a flavor, you dingus. A real flavor. Yay, we got Ravioli's Gale.
Judging by the chat, I'd guess their favorite flavor might be chaotic energy with a hint of straight-up nonsense.
I give up.
But if I had to pick a real flavor, maybe something bold and the great pizza debate. Pineapple on pizza is one of those polarizing topics that can spark endless discussions. Some people love the sweet and savory combination, while others think it's an abomination. It really comes down to personal preference. What about you? Are you team pineapple, or do you pass on the tropical topping?
Pineapple on pizza all day, every day, baby.
You seem to have a strong opinion about pineapple on pizza.
You're
It's
goddamn
always a
right.
fun debate. Whether you're a fan or not, it's one of those topics that gets people talking. Anything else on your mind?
He's like, you're like straight up. Like, cool story, bro. I don't care. Excuse me. Put your kitty on your feet. That'll warm him up. Hell yeah. See, everybody agrees with me. That means my opinion is the best opinion. Sorry if you guys hear me cough, by the way. My stream deck isn't on, so I can't mute. You know, Beaver's having a lot of fun with the quotes. Okay, how many is that now? 3, 6, 9, 12. Ah. I will fuck me backwards. I need to go get another one. That means it's off to Hateno. Where's Hateno? There it is. We gotta get the devil statue. You got it, Beaver. You gotta get more layers on you, Tia. If you guys want to know how to curse in Irish, just say whale, oil, beef, and hooked, all at the same time. Okay, where is that devil statue? Ah, you tricked me. I thought I got a follower. Man, I Pavloved myself with that sound. There's the devil statue. Oh, it's Krampus. Ah, so there are some who still pay me homage. You don't say. You can hear my voice? Now that is a surprise. What were you praying for? Long life? Wealth, like so many of your kind? Whichever it was, you came to the right place. A dealer in life and power. That was me once. Alas, my life for money bargains didn't sit well with the goddess Helia. She trapped me in this stone statue long, long ago. The villagers here call me the horned statue and don't even bother to wipe away the bird droppings. One would think years upon years of such treatment would have made me mend my ways. One would think wrongly. I have only been biding my time for the moment someone who can hear me appears. Someone such as you. But I've said enough. Now then, shall we strike a bargain? Then stay that way. No further action on your... What? Oh. Nah, dog. I wanted a stamina removed, not a heart. Ha 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 ha. My touch is as subtle as ever. Note how I took that essence from you without leaving a mark. What's wrong then? Have your prayers gone unanswered? Give it back. Ha ha ha. Did you think I'd deceived you? Perish the thought. I hope that ours will be a long and profitable relationship. So which will it be? As I may have mentioned once or twice, I'm a dealer in life and power. I can provide a valuable service to you. I take heart containers or stamina vessels from you and then give me a heart. And then I just need to transfer one stamina into a heart. Bye, rogue. Money and life are all as one to me. If you're ready to begin, then first you must sell me either type of essence for 100 rupees. If you want to buy an essence back, the price rises to 120 rupees. Before you cry foul, know that you may choose which one I return to you, a heart container or a stamina vessel. I'm eager to help tamper with your essence anytime you want to return and pray here. Dog, come on. Okay, now give me a heart. I want one back. E2 is screaming for her breakfast. Go feed her then. That'll warm you up. All right, so now we have enough hearts for our master sword. My chair is uncomfortable. All right, Mr.
We know
Tree.
you have seen countless horrors in
Magic
your
Sura
lifetime,
8
Mr.
wants you
Miyako,
to hydrate.
and that you have witnessed the very
Get to it,
worst of
you
mankind.
thirsty bitch.
Well, now I ask you to watch this.
Okay, I'll hydrate. Give me a sec. There you go. Thank you for the hydrate. And I didn't even have to cheat. Yeah, I knew you would like that one, Beaver. It's particularly spicy.
Your master will come for you. Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories, please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
Princess?
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There is still
Yeah,
something
I've
I
always
must
wondered
do.
that. I wondered if Fi is still alive.
Since there is great
Because
strength
after
in
Skyward Sword, you know,
dedication,
Fi goes to sleep inside the Master Sword.
Infantry,
But,
I ask
like,
of you,
does
when
Fi
he returns,
still
can you please relay this message?
remain within the Master Sword?
words intended
Even
for
after all
him
this time?
would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes.
Good night, Master Sword. It's an Eepy boy.
What you just saw happened where you stand 100 years ago. After you were separated from the sword, the princess thought to bring it here, where she knew that it would be safe under my watch. She continues to fight, trapped deep within the confines
Sure, why not?
of Hyrule Castle. Her heart cascades with
I don't have to pay
faith
anything,
that
do I?
you will return.
Hey, thank you for the rose.
She has a smile like the sun. I would do much to feel its warmth upon me once again.
Thank you for the rose also. Yeah, we got the Master Sword. That blade has a name. It is the Master Sword. When used against Calamity Ganon or those tainted by his malice, it will become suffused with holy light. At such times, the true power of the sword will manifest. But be warned, do not rely too much on its power. If you wield it without need, its power will be exhausted, and it will no longer be of use to you. Should this happen, you must wait for the sword to recover. It would be rash to rely on this sword alone to defeat Ganon. I suggest you free the divine beasts before facing him. Yeah, no shit. Hey, thank you for the follows. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate it. You? Could it be? You're Mr. Hero. Mr. Hero is here. The mushroom on my head suddenly sprouted today, so I knew something was up. It was a prediction that you'd come, I think. Us Koroks all got together and prepared some trials just for you, Mr. Hero. Although you may not need them since you already pulled the Master Sword out and all. But these trials will help you grow even stronger than you are now. Amongst them is an extra tough one designed by me, the Elder of Korok Forest. So will you test your mettle in the Korok trials? I think this gives you 4 extra things so that you can get an extra heart if you need it. How far should you get with five hearts just to piss your friend off? Beat the entire game. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the Korok trials. Long story short, you need to visit all the shrines in the Korok Forest so that you can be considered a real grown-up. Trial 1. In the Southwest Forest, Trial of Second Sight. Trial 2. In the Northwest Forest, the Lost Pilgrimage. Trial 3. In the Eastern Forest, the Test of Wood. If you can overcome the Korok trials, you can overcome anything. We've also prepared some wonderful prizes for you. Now show us what you're made of. All right, do your best. I don't know. I don't really feel like it. Also, I gotta go save up money so I can find that other fairy. Wherever that is. Where's the dude that gave me his life savings again? And then I went and spent it all. Let's see. Tabantha Bridge Stable. And that is where? That's way over here. Who needs health? Yeah, exactly. Not you, that's who. You can do it without health. There we go. I should go to Kakariko though and get the hood. The hero hood or whatever it's called. Royal Guard Claymore. Oh my goodness. You don't even need a shield, do you? You're just that much of a pro. So the ferry, I think, is around here somewhere. He's either down here or across the bridge. Wait, hold on. Let me ask the guy again.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
You need a shield for laser attack. Man, I cannot do those. I can't get the timing right for the laser parry. People that can do that are really cool. I should become a narrator for games like this. Thank you. I try my best. The shadow of the tower just beyond the Tabantha Great Bridge will point to the Great Fairy's Fountain in the afternoon. That's all the information the rumor has to offer. So that tower? Well, remember, I before ye, except after C. Except for like 1,000 other words that don't follow that rule, apparently. If you're close, you press A after the beep unless they decide to delay. Okay, so are we in the afternoon? No. Legit, Beaver, I thought that was the beep from Mimesis. I was like, yo, I didn't remember adding that. Oh, there's the fairy. There she is, guys. I found her. Don't worry. Laundry's ready. Of course I'm calling you cool. Anybody who is able to do stuff better than me, I consider cool. Tell Jackson to stop barking at you. Bring him over to the stream. Boy. Sweet boy. Please listen to my story. I am the great fairy Kesa. This place was once a beautiful spring. But as time passed, fewer and fewer travelers arrived to offer me rupees. As a result, my power has abandoned me. I'm nearly powerless now, so I beg your help. I need rupees to become whole again. All I need is 500 rupees. Once my power has been restored, I can help you do great things, boy. Yeah, sure. Have it. After all, it's not my life savings I'm handing over. Oh, the power. It's overflowing. Bring out my inner voice actor. I guess so. So you're the one that brought me back from the brink. Oh my, I see now that my first impression of you was correct. You most definitely are pleasant to look at. How would you like to live here with me, Link's like, nah, I got girls. It's cool. Huh, I'm kidding, of course, but you certainly are cute when you're blushing. I really can't thank you enough, boy, but that won't stop me from trying. If you have the materials needed to enhance a piece of clothing, I will enhance your clothes. So why don't you let me take a peek at that little pouch of yours? Okay, let's do it. You finished your homework? Let's go. Shard of Farosh's horn. Well, son of a bitch. Guess we gotta go dragon hunting. That sucks. It's time to head down into the jungle. Wait, did I not? Okay. Okay. I see. Well. Bye. She gives sugar mama vibes. She stole my money. She's not a sugar mama. If anything, Link is her sugar daddy. Okay. I don't remember where Farosh is. I think Farosh flies over the jungle. And I don't remember where the jungle is. It's like down here, right? Somewhere around here. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. All right. Where's the next tower? She's not, man. She stole my money. Okay, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the jungle's down that way. Only one way to find out. Barash in Theron. Yeah, below and to the left of Hateno. Oh. Oh, Lord Almighty, why am I yawning so much? So, kind of in the direction that I'm heading, right? Excuse me, choo-choos. I am not in the mood right now. Man. That's my secret, Captain. I'm always leapy. Water buffalo. Observe as the mighty buffalo just stands there. Oh, he saw me. Don't worry, I was just taking a picture. So if you say down and to the left of Hateno. Yeah, so down around this area. Yep, okay. I feel like a newbie in World of Warcraft trying to get into Stranglethorn Vale. How do I get to the jungle? It's a big area, you won't miss it. You would be surprised. You're new here, so I'll just tell you this. I get lost. Oh, okay. I get lost very easily. Inox. I don't have any arrows to fight him with. Can at least take a picture of him, though. You can actually sneak up on him and steal that, because what he's got on his chest right there is to open up a shrine. You can just sneak up there and take it. But you need the, what do you call it? The sneak gear, like the Sheikah, the ninja thingy. The ninja outfit. Another freaking Hinox. I feel like Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. Remember when she like goes around and takes pictures of tourists. I feel like I'm doing that. You checked on your map? Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Yeah. I know about the quest with them. It's to get the shrine up. But I don't have any arrows, so I can't hit them in the eyeball. Goodness, hold on a second. I'm telling you, this cough only pops up when I talk a lot. Like, how can I inconvenience Slacker the most? The one thing Beetle's really useful for, yeah, getting all those arrows. That and taking all my junk so I can actually have money.
What's this? Oh shit, this is fucking cool! Whoa, holy shit! Shoot!
Gee, this is fucking cool. Oh, man. 6 orbs and they're all for stamina. Get that stamina. Did you like that, Tia? Oh shit, this is fucking cool. There's another one that I've been trying to look for, which is hilarious. It's a little kid that's like, fuck you, bitch. That's my favorite. Alright, we're in the jungle now. Hopefully now we can see Farosh. Yep, I found the jungle. It's time to start questing in Stranglethorn Vale. Just gotta look out for the horde and for all the gorillas. Like legit, those stupid gorillas are they cost me a character on hardcore. Wait, hold on. Don't I need something special in order to see the dragons? Wait by the waterfall and it should eventually come? Okay.
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
The root production is ready to roll. For some reason, I thought you needed to do something first before you could see the dragons, but I must be mistaking something else. But it's that waterfall, right? Or is there a different one? Where's Beetle? What's wrong with you? Hey, I've had it. I can't stand this constant fear. Lightning strikes the stable really often, so I get scared whenever it starts to rain. Please, could you try go and find out why this keeps happening? It's the weather. Apple. Oh, yeah, you can make an apple pie. Look at all the ingredients it needs. Apple, butter, honey, sugar, and wheat. There's Beetle. Oh, so you're here too. It seems fate has bound us together. What are you looking for? Or what are you selling? Oh, wait, I don't have any money. Hold on. I got $7 to my name.
Oh.
Here, take my gems.
Wow.
2,000 smackaroonies. Yeah, yeah.
Yay. Wow.
Man, where does he get all this money? He's rich.
Wow. Yay.
There we go. We got arrows. So now we can shoot the dragon in the face. Beetle is stalking us. Can you blame him? Everywhere I go, it must be like a great business opportunity. Oh. There we go. Can't risk getting fried. How do I have so many gems? I'm hard coded by all the MMOs that I play to mine every single node that I see. So I have a lot of gems because I mine a lot. All right, what time does Farosh appear? Because I don't want to sit here and waste a bunch of time. We can probably just explore the jungle for now, honestly. There's a shrine over there. Oh! Was that him? There he is. Farosh! No arrows. No, you... Oh, you fuck. Oh, you stupid. Stop electrocuting me. Oh, god damn it. That was my one freaking opportunity, dude. Eat you. Stupid dragon. All the way to Lake Helia. I ain't following his ass all the way over there. I think I got like a scale or something, so I can at least go check out what he dropped. I had the perfect opportunity to get a chunk of his horn. And he zapped my ass. Might as well get a scale. Yeah, I gotta wait longer. Yeah, because you only get one piece. Shut up. Who keeps stealing your spot? What do you mean? What spot? God dang it. Stop wasting my freaking Goron shield, dude. Okay, whatever. I need more shield slots. Holy cow. The next Zelda that comes out, they better not do this durability crap. I swear. I will smack Miyamoto and Aonuma right across the face. Knock it off. No more durability. I'm sick of it. Party lizard. Oh, cool. Now it's a blood moon. What else can go wrong? Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask HD for Switch 2. I wish, man. I mean, I don't even have a Switch 2. But if they did that, I would probably buy one. If they announce Twilight Princess remastered or like remake or whatever for Switch 2, I will buy a Switch 2. I do need to start cooking. Okay, so the tower's over there. Oh, look who's back. Mr. Asshole Zapper. Oh, can I get him from here now? Probably not. Yeah, he broke my bow. Well, I got his horn. But I'm probably gonna drown. Where'd the horn go? Where'd the horn go? Uh-oh. This doesn't look good, Link. Where'd the horn go? You can imagine me running to the store excitedly. Oh, for a Switch 2? Nah. I'm buying that shit online. Freaking GameStop employees near me are jerks, dude. Like, I remember walking in and I was asking about the Switch 2 bundle. Like, oh, hey, do you guys have any more Switch 2 bundles? Like, I wasn't even asking to pre-order it or anything. All I wanted to know is if they had any more. And instead of being like a normal human being to me and being like, Oh, sorry, dude. They're all sold out. We don't have any more. The guy's like, the pre-order for that ended months ago, right? And I'm like, all you gotta say is no, bro. Ain't gotta be a jerk to me. So yeah, no. Fuck GameStop. Online shopping's the best part of the internet. You got that right. The only place in the world you can shop while you're in your underwear. All right, where is that horn? There it is. It landed. Of course. Why not? Why not, right? Of course it landed all the freaking way over there. Oh, banana. Oh, banana. Beetle. Beetle. Hey there, Beetle. No! Damn it. Please don't rain. Please don't rain. I hear the thunder. Please don't rain. If you want a public indecency charge. Yeah, I mean, I gotta wait till like I'm at least like 70 before I start not caring about one of those, right? It's gonna be lit when I'm an old man, because then I could be like walking to stores. I can like walk into Target with no pants on. They're gonna be like, "Sir, you don't have any pants," and I'm like, "Oh, look at that. Guess I forgot to put my pants on." Oh, you silly old man. It's okay. And I'm just gonna be there like, haha, I didn't wear pants on purpose. Stupid whippersnappers. Dude, come on. 55 years? Yeah, well, I got a head start on you on that one. I have 25 years. I'm gonna drown if I do this. Yep, I'm gonna drown. The horn better not disappear. Nah, I ain't even gonna say that I didn't take my pills. I'm just gonna straight up be like, oh, look at that. You're right, I didn't put my pants on. Anyways, where's the Robitussin at? God, it's still there. All right, we only need one more piece. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Bro, I'm trying to take pictures of beetles here. Leave me alone. All right, let's do this. Easy. Which talus is the one that drops like a boatload of diamonds? It's the frost one, right? Frost talus? You don't understand any of your subs teaching? Well, you see, subs are for messing around with. That's when you and your friend decide to be two different people. Or you pretend to be each other. I mean, you know, don't drive them crazy, but like, you know, you can just mess with them a little bit. And gave you so much homework. Oof, yikes. I had a teacher in high school that I despised because all she did was just assign like packets. Like she wouldn't do actual teaching. She would just come in, give us packets and be like, this is it. This is what you're doing for the day. She didn't assign homework, which I guess was pretty cool. And she let us like do the test off of each other. Like we could all copy off of each other. But it's like, I didn't learn anything in that class because of that. Not having homework is lit, I guess, but you know, I would have liked to have learned some shit. Oh, that's a mimic, ain't it? I've watched enough Free Run to know. Now, are those monkeys or are those kookaburra? Because I know for some reason in like movies they use kookaburra noises for monkeys for some reason. You know, just like how they use the red-tailed hawk noise for eagles. Yeah, I like kookaburras. They sound so funny. Oh, and loons. I mean, loons don't sound funny. They sound really cool. Yeah, just listen to the jungle ambiance. It's either some kind of monkey that I can't identify or a kookaburra. I mean, look at that idiot running right to the freaking bokoblin camp. Like, do you want to get eaten? That's how you get eaten. Get flipped, idiot. That was cool. You good, bro? Wakey, wakey. All right, I'll be taking all of your stuff now. Just leave it right on the ground. Ow, ow, ow. And here I was just telling Megan to be more careful of her surroundings. Still, for hearty truffles, I'd put up with those. Worse. Sorry, misread. All right, the tower should be close. I see it right there. On the map, that is. There it is. Okay, now how the hell do I get up there? I could probably Rivali's Gale up there, right? Ooh, I might cut it close. Okay, I think we'll make it. Yeah, you tell him, Tia. Ah, bitch.
It is my pleasure.
Well, thank you, fish wife. Ah, stupid bats. Gotcha. All right, stay still. That's how you deal with a bat problem. Oh, I didn't mean to do... Oh. Sorry, Link, I just crushed your spine. Oh, there's a bunch of mushrooms under there. Okay, one of these I think has wind underneath it. Nope, not this one. Barely tell what that is, but whatever. Get out of here. There's the wind. Shit. What I'm supposed to do, right? I'm supposed to bomb it to make the hole bigger? Giggity? I guess not. She thinks you're very smart. That's why she gives you that much homework. You won't fail. Just study. Come on, you got this. You can't count yourself out already. You didn't even try. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, those. Come on. Oh, yeah. I just needed a few extra feet. Korok shop sells 3-5 bundle. Oh, okay. I guess I'll be heading there more often. Come on, Link. It's okay. Hold on, buddy. You're almost there. Come on, come on. You can do it. Ooh. So you're gonna trade a little bit of fun now for making things harder on yourself later. There we go. That's what this has been all about. Getting this tower. Yeah, well, whatever. Whatever you say. It's interesting that in this game, the towers automatically scan for you, but in Tears of the Kingdom, they're like, nah, we need to shoot Link 400 feet into the air. Make him do it manually. Sorry, I hope you didn't hear that. I don't have my mute button active today. Okay, so shrine time. Go figure. Hey, you don't have to convince me about it, T. My model was made on Vroid Studio using a lot of free assets and a few things that I bought. But my model is a 3D model. So, you know, you can usually like make those in Vroid Studio or other 3D modeling things. But if you want to be a 2D modeler or a 2D VTuber, there are free ones. They're a little bit more difficult to customize because you typically have to buy like customization packages. But they do exist. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't be a VTuber for cheap or for free. You most definitely can. Okay, so this way. Obviously, if you do have the money to commission a model, by all means. Well, tons of people do that, RC. Yeah, I recommend looking at Vroid Studio. Because it's got a lot of nice free stuff in it. Sounds like your friend is the kind who's just kind of like going on her, she's just going on her own adventure. A shark cat. Oh, that sounds cool. So you would be kind of the opposite to Shy Lily, who is an orcat. An orca cat. Well, I wouldn't say opposite. Orcas and sharks really aren't all that different, considering how they behave. I mean, in all honesty, sharks are probably a lot more gentle. Your kitty scared you. Oh, those darn kitties. Sometimes I'll just be sitting here playing a game or something and I'll feel this sharp pain in my leg. And I look down and she's like bear hugging my leg with her claws out. Talking about my kitty. Something tells me I need something heavy to launch Link upwards. Real pale? Because you live in the snow. You're a pale snow person. Can I just? Yes. Come to Papa. Yeah, it hurts, and then you remember that you love them dearly. And you're like, okay, whatever. Nicely done, Link. What even is depth perception? Shit. Damn it. Yeah. no, I know what it is. I was just being facetious. Damn it. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. If you're around the streams more often, you'll learn my sense of humor. It's very sarcastic and facetious. Oh my god. Chair is just not comfortable right now. I don't know why. Usually I have no problem sitting here. Yeah, it's really early for you. 9 p.m. for me. Oh yeah, let me get my horse. Oh yeah, I'm not having to run around everywhere.
Yeah. Hmm?
You have to sit on the edge of your chair because your cat sits behind you. They're like, oh, this is your chair? Nah, this is my chair. I'm just gonna allow you to sit here. She's off doing her own business. Yep, that's kitties for you. Those videos, I like watching those videos, the ones where the people put like GoPros on their cats. Dude, horse, what are you doing? I did not do any of those motions just now. But like, I like watching the GoPros on the cat videos because you kind of get to see like what their daily life is like. All the shenanigans that they get up to. You want to do those? Yeah. They're funny because like then you get to see what your cat gets up to. I had a cat who was a big male cat and he wandered outside a lot. And the thing is, I think in our neighborhood we had a lot of female cats. So I think he kind of ended up being the father to a lot of neighborhood kittens. Because when he started wandering out and about, suddenly the neighborhood had an abundance of kittens running around everywhere. Did I say 9 p.m.? Yep, 9 p.m. I am in the West Coast. West Coast, best coast. Ah, so she's picked you as her person, huh? I like that my kitty is playful still, but I kind of can't wait until she gets into her cuddly phase. Because right now, she doesn't like to cuddle. When I try to cuddle her, she is like, nah. Nah. Get away from me. The ocean in your area is freezing year round. Oh, are you up in Canada? Or Alaska? A visitor? So deep in the forest? Ah, we meet again. I trust you're keeping well. I know a song about this place. Would you like to hear the ancient verse passed down in this region? Excellent. Without further ado. Where the forest dragon splays its jaws, a shrine sleeps with noble cause. Washington. Ah, I was way off. The forest dragon? I've never seen a dragon in a forest around these parts. Though I suppose the forest from the song could be the Damel forest north of here. There's definitely a secret lying in wait. It's just a matter of tracking it down. May the light illuminate your path. You still live in Alaska? You're the second person I've met that used to live in Alaska. I only know one other person who lives in California here with me. Everybody else is off on the East Coast. Or in the terms of some of my other friends, all the way in the Australia region. It's so lonely in the best coast. Hey, why is the ad timer not going away? Excuse you, Tia. Minor test of strength. Okay, this won't be too bad. Yeah, no, for some reason the ad timer won't go away. Oh, you know what? I know why. I just figured it out. Tim Talk? What's Tim Talk? Okay, wow. Just kidding, I know what Tim Talk is. Dude, pushing the frickin' button. Can you, like, please, Link? There we go. Do major test on 5 hearts max? Nah. I don't hate myself. Ouch. I'm Tim Talk? Oh my goodness. I don't want no boomerang. If you do the Hyrule Castle docks, you mean where the shield is? You having fun over there, Tia? I'm not good at Flurry Rush. That's the problem. That's why I could never do any of those challenges. I can't get the timing down for whatever reason. Force turn around. Like, no, I don't want to go that way. Well, I'm not trying to make you go that way. Let's head over to that tower, shall we? TikTok forces you to be born in January. What do you mean by that? Does it not let you put your real birthday in?
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Yeah, TikTok's just broken. I don't even know what to say anymore. It only lets you put the day and year. Well, why are you putting January? What the hell? Did you see that? That's cool. Get that stank ass breath out of my face. That's prison. The docks is another. Oh. Mount shows what I know. Okay, Tia. Oh, now you're in for it. Oh man, is this gonna be one of those towers where I'm forced to buy the climbing gear because it's okay? Good, the rain stopped. Never. Harder, please. Wait, oh wait, no. Doesn't he only slip down on like rock surfaces and stuff? He doesn't slip if there's like actual climbing grips, right? I don't remember how it works. So now I got like what, 2 towers left? And let's see, are there any shrines? Oh wait, Lake Helia. Isn't there a Gleeok around here somewhere? Like down there? I remember there being a really, really freaking tough enemy here near Lake Helia. See a Korok puzzle. Oh, there we go. Breath of the Wild. It doesn't have Gleeoks? What are you barking for, Tia? Well, that's not my horse. Boy, I need to get my eyes checked. That's the same way my grandpappy died. Gotta ride a goat because he couldn't see. Got kicked square in the head. What's up, Tia? What? Quit spamming. What's up? Oh yeah, why is that? Oh god. Mounted goblins. Oh, you got E2 videos? Okay. I will most definitely give them a look then. Let's do some cooking, shall we? Welcome, this is Cooking with Slacker. Oh, I forgot I had this giant truffle. Let's see what that gives us. You're just gonna make one of your OCs? Yeah, that seems to be the consensus when people ask me about making their, we call it, making their my brain's blinking. VTuber characters. They usually just do an OC of theirs. Oh, that was a waste of fish. You eat a healthy sandwich. Have a healthy breakfast. Because it will carry you throughout the day. Hey, 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 hey. Do not make fun of me. My brain no worky. Wrong answer? Well, that's on you then. You're gonna be all tired and sluggish. And you're gonna be like, why didn't I listen to Slacker? He was right. He's always right about everything. Already fried wild greens? What? What did you do with the meat? I do need some stamina recovery potions. But I don't remember how to do that. Because it's one of these, right? Stamella. And then a horn. And then I need a bug, right? Oh, I need grasshoppers. Never mind. I forget about that. You'd never listen to me? Well, hey, that's on you. That is a decision that you can make. And you will regret it. Because I am always right. Cats are only ever interested in something if you're showing interest in it. They're such weird animals. If, like, normally they're just like, I don't care about whatever this thing is. But the moment you, like, pick it up, you move it around, you look at it, anything, they're like, oh, I like it too. I want to look at it too. Metal doors open the way. I love those blessing shrines because it kind of feels like the monk inside uh like waited till the last minute to come up with a challenge. Couldn't think of one. Oh, bitch. And then just decided, screw it. I'm just gonna say it's a blessing. Yep, that sounds like kitties. Stay still. This is, no. I'm gonna say, this doesn't automatically close, right? Bro just got rid of someone's door. It's nobody's door. They'll be fine. See, it helped me do my thing. Well, then that was on them. They knew I was coming. I knocked on the door and everything. I had plenty of time to get ready. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, who has a quest for me? I don't care. So the next location is all the freaking way over here. All right. I think next we're going into the desert. When the heck did, wait a minute, when did Yuki send to heart me? Did I miss that? Man, I'm so sorry, Yuki. What's up to you? What's up? This way. Oh, you're singing? Okay. Sorry. Carry on. Continue. Don't let me interrupt.
Oh. Oh. Hi.
Why do they taste bad? Is it because you're not adding enough seasoning to them? Hmm? You gotta add condiments to them. That way they taste good. Well, sucks to suck. I make a really good egg sandwich. Well, that's why they taste bad. You can't just make them the night before and let them sit. I'm gonna guess 1. Oh, just 2 people ate your food? That's not very nice. Minox. Okay. We can ignore this guy. Ooh, he has a Royal Claymore. Hold on. Do I have any arrows? I do. Should I risk it? I'm gonna see if I can get that Royal. Oh, I'm sorry, Tia. Come on, Link, climb. Climb. Shit. Stop moving. Oh, that's not a Royal Claymore. Thought he had a Royal Claymore on him. Ouch. Have to eat one of the foods I just made. Actually, let's just shovel in the burnt garbage. Hehehe. Ew. The giant dude's toenail. That's gross. Oh my gosh, this chair so comfortable. I swear I feel like I'm sitting on a cement slab. All right, into the desert. Now we're gonna forget our names. See, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, for there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. What's all this then? Topaz. That's it? Okay. Literally all that was in here. That's fantastic. I really like this region. Oh, there's the shrine. This region and like those white empty plains. I really like the two of them. Hey, 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 don't electrocute my horse. Bastard. See that, guy? Just electrocuted my horse. That's some bullshit. On the move. Okay, I think I see I know what to do. Gotta stop the ball, right? Right there. Probably just a light tap. I probably don't need to hit it any more than that. Oh, oh, come on. There we go. And that thing was playing with my emotions. Huh, I guess we're just making guardians now, huh? You little freaking piece of Better stay there. Stay there on the edge. Don't move any more than you're already moving. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna work. Oh, never mind. I guess I needed to just not doubt myself so much. Like I said, I'm always right. Okay. What do we got here? Huh? Okay, fine. I guess I gotta hit it a little harder. There we go. I scared you. Why? Why did I scare you? Shit. Oh. That was a bit of a traffic jam here. No. Oh. Oh, lasers on this side now, huh? Ouch. Can I stasis the lasers? I can stasis the lasers. I am a genius. Got one more stamina in the bank. Where's the tower? Hey, look, ain't that crazy? You can see the Great Plateau from here. I always thought that was kind of an interesting detail. Start of the game is literally right there. You can see it almost anywhere, except from the furthest reaches. Remind you where you came from. Do a bit of mining, shall we? No, Link, I didn't say blow yourself up. Sheesh. Hey, hey, I sure wasn't expecting to meet anyone out here. Maybe this was just the upturn in luck I need. Yeah, I'm a traveler like you, and I was attacked by monsters in this very canyon. That's when my partner, that's to say, my horse, ran off. And hey, I've been stranded here ever since. All I need is a horse to continue my travels. A horse, a horse. If I just had a horse. So that horse. Hey, I know this is asking a lot, but can I buy that horse for 300 rupees? No. Hey, okay, I see. I mean, sure, after all, you went to the trouble of catching this horse and all. I get it, but if you find a horse you don't mind selling, please bring it to me, hey? Even a wild horse is fine, just please. Yeah, no, this is my horsey. This is my buddy. Ain't he the one, if you keep bringing him the wrong animal, he gets mad? Really? No, I've never seen that before. You can bring him things other than a horse? That's funny. Imagine you bring him like a bear and he's just like, dude, I said a horse. Are you stupid? Okay, I think the tower is up here. Somewhere up here. Sheesh. I remember this area being in the trailer for Breath of the Wild. I thought, man, they really made the Gerudo Desert look really interesting. The Gerudo Canyon. Turns out it's a whole ass area. So happy this glitch is still in the game. Aw, oh, damn it. Is it on the other canyon? Well, I think getting to this tower will be also where I call it a night anyways. I'm starting to feel the energy leave me. You know, when you get to that time of night when suddenly it just you literally feel as if like there's this blanket surrounding you. Something trying to like physically pull your eyelids closed. Yep. Yep, that's me. And then next time when we come back, we'll be able to get into Gerudo Valley. Do the Gerudo dungeon. I think tomorrow we'll play something else. Okay, you guys just stay there. Worth it. That was so worth it. It was hilarious. And you know, I keep getting asked why I don't have like a set schedule or anything. And you know, I'm sorry for that, but just unfortunately what's the word? It's the unfortunate nature of my schedule, like my work schedule and everything. Much as I would love to have a set streaming schedule. You're almost out of points? Well, I guess that means you gotta watch more then, eh? Also, hey Rexy, how's it going? Did that shit seriously just sink? You gotta be kidding me. It's 2k points per drop. Well, you know what? I appreciate your commitment, nonetheless. Because you are the ultimate spender on that goal. Your commitment is commendable. Twitch reset your streak. Oh, the watch streak? Oh, yeah. Is that when the stream was going all crazy? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But don't worry, the goal's gonna be there until it gets fulfilled. You don't have to worry about it resetting or anything, and then you'll get all your points back. You saved your streak, but it's still reset. Oh. Jeez, Twitch. Twitch is broken all the time. Like, my goodness, so many things I try to do. I'm like, okay, I got this. It appears to be working. And then, nope, it's broken. And then I look into it and it's like, oh yeah, Twitch deprecated that. Use this method instead. And I look into it and it's like, everybody's saying, yeah, this sucks. This does not work at all. Like, do you even want us to stream on this platform, Twitch, huh? Are you trying to push everybody over to YouTube and TikTok? Kind of feels like it sometimes. All right, and the last one is the Gerudo Desert. Right? Hold up. Oh no, because there's Gerudo Valley. Or Gerudo City. Oh, okay, then I don't know what in the hell... where that tower is. Probably up in the mountains somewhere. Well, in any case, like I said, that's where I'm going to end it for the night. Sorry you came in right at the end, Rexy. All right. Let's hang out. Twitch, give me a minute. I'm just going to say goodbye to TikTok and then we will raid out, okay? Find it. All right. Thank you everybody for watching over here on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. I'll be back tomorrow with something. It'll probably be either more Valheim or we might continue with Tales of Arise because I haven't played that game in a couple of weeks. So we will probably jump back into that. I do plan on, by the way, playing some Red Dead Redemption 2. So if anybody here on TikTok likes that, just hang out, okay? We'll play some Red Dead Redemption 2 at some point. All right, take care of yourselves, all right? Bye-bye. All right, Twitch, let's go raid. Who do we got? We got more people playing Zelda. A lot of people playing Zelda. Okay, let's go raid Let's go raid Zaddy. Zaddy's playing some Silk Song. All of the Zelda streamers right now, it doesn't look like they're English streams. What happens when you stream around this time, you know? Oh well, just the way it is. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. Like I said, I'll be here tomorrow. We'll probably either play some Valheim or continue with Tales of Arise. And like I said to TikTok chat, stick around because we'll probably be starting some Red Dead Redemption 2 probably this weekend. So you guys take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you all tomorrow, all right?